Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And we got back-to-back American Legion baseball games for you folks, as we had Breckenridge's season opener for the Post 53 season last night. Breckenridge 10 running Barnesville to open up the year, and now they turn right around to play Post 397 DGF, one of the top programs in the area for American Legion baseball year in, year out. So they know they got a tall task ahead of them, and DGF enters this one with a record of 2-0. Victories over Hawley and Barnesville, and a very fantastic spring team. Pretty much all carrying over right into the summer ball season, and also adding on another player as well from a super senior standpoint. That is not the case for Breckenridge, but let's dive into the State Farm Stat Report as part of your pregame show once again, and we'll start off with stats from last night's season opener. Trey Vogelbacher on the bump. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, only 1 earned run, struck out 8 in only 5 innings of work, and struck out the side twice, one of them being an immaculate inning. Had to look that one up. I got teased in the press box a little bit for not knowing what that was called. Cooper Roberts went 3 for 4 on the day with a run scored and an RBI. Riley Kappas came up big at the plate with 3 runs on the day, drove in 2 runs with a single, and then walked twice. Logan Church went 1 for 3 with a double, drove in 3 runs, one of them on a ground out, and then played a 2 with a hit. And then Paul Armitage, 1 for 2 with a walk, a double, and 2 runs scored, and Connor Ernst rounded it out. He was 1 for 4 on the day with a run scored and an RBI. That's a look at your State Farm Stat Report once again, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Make sure to give Amanda a call in Breckenridge, Matt a call in Wapaton for all of your insurance needs. And we'll make sure to take a quick break here on our Red River Grain pregame show and loop back with our starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And you are listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapaton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wapaton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Start off with the home team, DGF Post 397. They go like this at the top of the order. Alex Anderson in center field, wearing number 5 for his squad. Another Anderson, Dylan Anderson, number 2 in the order. He is playing, or he'll be on the mound today, wearing number 9 for his squad. Landon Johnson, wearing number 17 at short. Wes Hoover batting cleanup and playing catcher, wearing number 6. Kason Berge in the 5 spot, playing position 5 over at third base, wearing number 10 while he's at it. Batting 6 is Tanner Caldwell in left field. He wears number 1. Jace Baumgartner, wearing number 16, is the DH. He'll hit for Brad Serreris, who is the right fielder, wearing number 23. Camden Schreiber batting 8th and playing second base, wearing number 2. And then Luke Kruger at first base, wearing number 8 to round it out. And reserves include Camden Altabelli and Xander Deutsch. So we'll move on to the starters for the Breckenridge Post 53 Red Bulls, with Gavin Hofford at the top of the order. Second baseman wearing number 9. And Connor Ernst will follow him up at the shortstop spot and batting second, wearing number 13. Cooper Roberts in the 3 spot had 3 hits yesterday to go along with that once again. The third baseman is wearing number 2 today. Trey Vogelbacher in the cleanup spot, playing left field and wearing number 3. Paul Armitage, where number 16 is behind the plate. And then Jackson Riggs getting the start today on the hill, where number 22. We haven't seen Jackson pitch in a little bit, so this will be a fun, kind of a little fun taste of what we kind of haven't seen. He's been behind the plate most of the time he's been playing, so it's going to be fun to see as Paul Armitage will take over the catcher duties. Raleigh Kappas is batting 7th and is playing right field, wearing number 11. Logan Church at first base is wearing number 12, and then Jacob Nicholson DHing once again. He'll hit for Lawson Oliphant, who will be occupying center field, wearing number 1. Charlie Krejci, David Erlinson, Jackson Lopez, and Jordan Teberg are the reserves, with Krejci wearing 7. Erlinson 25, Lopez 18, and Teberg 15, respectively. That is a look at your starting lineups and your reserves as well, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Once again, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll take a quick break here on the Red River Grain pregame show and also take a break for the national anthem as well. We'll be back with your first pitch. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and also live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. We're part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders. Get your oil changed and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors' price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725. Cargill is working around the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. Currently hiring for operations technicians starting at $28 an hour, along with $3,000 sign-on bonus. To join the Cargill team, go to careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. That's careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. Equal opportunity employer, including disability veterans. Good luck to the Breckenridge Cowboys in tonight's game.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986. And naturally, I did not have that beautiful pregame graphic up here for the entire show. My apologies, Robert Wanick. You did a fantastic job on this, and we're going to show it some love right here. Maybe we'll leave it up here until someone gets a run on the board here. Breckenridge and DGF, both unbeaten entering this one in the first week of Legion play. And leading off for Post 53 is going to be Gavin Hoffert, as well as Connor Ernst and Cooper Roberts. We'll see Hoffert first. And he'll be squaring off with Dylan Anderson on the mound. First pitch from Anderson goes outside for ball one. First pitch time, 6:35 p.m. And swing and a miss from Hoppert. Number 9 squaring off with number 9 to open up this game. Hoppert, the 1-1 count. Nice little side arm delivery. A little bit of junk drop on that as well, but doesn't find the zone. 2-1 count. Right-handed delivery is hacked over to right field, where it is going to go foul. So it gets fouled off down the right field line. Hoffert steps back into the batter's box with a 2-2 count. Gavin Hoffert, right-handed batter. Looking for his first hit of the American Legion season. After going hitless in the first game, the leadoff spot. Had some tough luck there. And this one is going to go right up the middle for a single to open up the ball game. Gavin Hoffert with the base knock. Gives his squad a base runner right off the bat. Got to stop saying that line at baseball games. Connor Ernst. Pun crowd's going to yell at me. Number 13 stepping into the batter's box. You guys have heard me rave about his play at shortstop, but it's often overlooked how good he is in the 2 spot as a hitter as well. Takes care of business for his squad. He's got a man on first to work with. And this one is going to be driven to left field. Out of play. Actually bounced perfectly off the top of the fence of the bullpen over there. A 1 count for Ernst. I've kind of noticed really loves to take a hack at the first pitch he sees in about 2/3 of the at-bats I've seen him in. And he usually makes contact as well, as this one does not hit the zone. 1-1 count for Connor Ernst. Just wrapped up his sophomore season. Very well-rounded 3-sport athlete. Got a man on first to work with once again, and fouled off. We got my first flinch of the day into the backstop. I was told to be on high alert back here, but I got a tripod blocking me, so that usually works out pretty well. You know, I'm usually complaining about my camera, but it might save my day today, or save my life today. So we'll see. Man on first, no outs here in the top of the first inning. That one outside. Make it 2-2 for Connor Ernst. We'll see if Gavin Hoffert's going to try to get aggressive on the base paths and test Wes Hoover here behind the plate. Pretty modest lead so far, and fantastic off speed gets Ernst there. That was a fantastic drop from Anderson on that curveball. So Connor Ernst's strikeout is the first out of the day. Brings up Cooper Roberts, who had the squad's best bat during the spring season, and off to a hot start to the summer campaign as well, going 3 for 4 last night. And look at that, just bloops this one over the second baseman for his 4th hit of the season. Leaves Gavin Hoffert on second base, so a pair of base knocks from Breckenridge to open up this game. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Brings up the cleanup man, Trey Vogelbacher. Trey Vogelbacher was lights out in 5 innings last night against Barnesville. Got it all wrapped up in under 70 pitches. So I think you could still call on him in a couple days, I believe, the pitch count rules. I know it's a little different for Legion, though, so you could probably go today for all we know. But men on first and second for the cleanup man. Dylan Anderson checks the runner at second. Fires home, and holding off on the fastball upstairs is Vogelbacher. 1-0 count. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Top of the first inning, and Anderson fires home to Vogelbacher, who's going to hold off on that as it catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1 looking. Breckenridge with 2 hits here in this opening inning. Going to try to capitalize with the base runners. Anderson taking his time. Fires the off speed once again, and it's going to go deep into the hole, but a great play by the shortstop. Would have been a great play, but ended up missing the throw to third base, so the error will score a run. Tough break for DGF, as that was played really well by the shortstop. Gavin Hoffert comes in for the first run of the game. And that was Landon Johnson deep in the hole, and then made the heads-up throw over to Kaysen at third, but just off target. Breckenridge gets the first run of the day and leaves 2 runners in scoring position in the process. Roberts on third, Vogelbacher on second. And ripping it out into left field is Paul Armitage for 1 run and make it 2 as the left fielder is going to have some trouble with it. So Paul Armitage with the, are we calling it a double? Yeah, hit and then an error. All right, I like you guys. The guys at the Breckenridge press box are tend to don't go into the semantics with me sometimes. They just say just give it a double. I feel like if they're listening back home, sorry, gents. 3-0 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Pair of errors from DGF off the bat, and Breckenridge getting some luck in the field, just like in last night when Barnesville graced them 5 runs in the opening inning with 4 errors. And once again, the off speed is going to get popped up to center field, where it is hauled in. So Jackson Riggs will fly out to center field. And I want to call that a 1-run RBI, or 1-run single from Armitage. And I think the second run scored on the error. 3-0 Breckenridge lead here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Man on second is Paul Armitage with Riley Kappas at the plate. Came up big with men in scoring position last game. We'll see if he does the same here. He doesn't chase that outside for ball 1. Breckenridge with 3 hits so far to open up this game. Anderson is going to step off, and a nice pickoff move, but the infielder was not there, but it's going to go to the outfielder, where it's backed up nicely by the center fielder, Alex Anderson, to keep Armitage over at second. He's got some wheels, so it's good that he was paying attention over in center. 1-0 count for Riley Kappas. Man on second. This one too low. Holds off on it. 2-0 count for number 11 in the batter's box. Anderson. Gives the runner a little glance and then fires home a strike. Nice spot there to help himself out. Make it a 2-1 count. Trying to limit the damage to 3 runs here in the first inning. And Kappas watches that one drop outside for a 3-1 count now. So see if he's going to get picky with this pitch. 3-1's the count once again. Man on second. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. And low and in the dirt for ball 4. Riley Kappas will take his base on balls. Runners now on first and second with 2 outs, and Logan Church steps into the batter's box. Church plated 3 runs last night. First left-handed batter that the Red Bulls have sent out. Church is going to step out and call for time. Church is the 8th man in the order as Breckenridge is going to try to bat around here. Outside and low for ball 1. You're a beautiful night for baseball on a Tuesday night. It was too gloomy for a game yesterday. I was crabby, even though it was it was a fun game to be at. But if your mood depends on the weather, it's a good day for you. As this one will hit the strike zone, and catcher actually gave Paul Armitage a look over at second, but decided not to throw it. Wes Hoover. We'll see if he's going to try to go to second. 1-1 count. Man on second. And Church decides not to swing on that one a little high. 2-1 count. Two outs here in the top of the first. Anderson There's the pitch, and Church as they go off of the shin of Anderson. I think the second baseman's going to field it and then not throw it, but Armitage is going to potentially get caught in a run down here. They throw it home. Got caught sleeping a little bit on the base paths. Actually, I think this is a courtesy runner. I'll have to double check the number here. And it looks like this is actually number 18 who's going to get out. Oh, they're going to call him safe at home. Oh, we dropped the ball, so Breckenridge ends up catching a lucky break after falling asleep a little bit on the base paths. And that is just the type of inning it's been for DGF. That's Jackson Lopez for the 4th run of the day, as Lopez was courtesy running for Paul Armitage. I want to say error by the second baseman. Made it a 4-0 game now. Jacob Nicholson, the number 9 hitter for Post 53 in this opening inning, with runners on first and second. Nicholson holds off on the outside part of the plate. 1-0 count. Anderson gives the runner a look at second. And another one outside for ball 2. Nicholson with runners on first and second once again and 2 outs. And watches that one go by on the inside part of the plate. And he got beamed twice yesterday, so he's probably happy he didn't keep that theme going. 3-0 is the count. And these are the ones you definitely don't want to get hit by. I always got mad when I played, and I would end up not being able to get out of the way when it was 3-0. Anderson checking over to second a couple times, and he's going to hack at the pitch. Nicholson trying to beat it out, and he is going to because of an errant throw, which will score another run. Nicholson's going to take off to second while 2 runs score. So Riley Kappas comes in to score, as does Logan Church, as history repeats itself. The 6th error of the game for Post 397. So a tough break. Gavin Hoffer for his 2nd at-bat of the game here in the top of the 1st. And Jacob Nicholson playing with fire a little bit there, swinging on a 3-0 pitch. Made something happen. Now he's on second base all by his lonesome. And Hoffert watches that one catch the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count with Breckenridge up 6-0 here in the opening inning. Under Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anderson fires home, and that one fouled off by Hoffert. Down 0-2 in the count. Jacob Nicholson on second once again here in the top of the 1st inning. As Dylan Anderson just trying to be able to get out of this 1st inning. Checks over to second. Fires home, and he'll be chopped to the pitcher. Anderson has the easy throw over to first for the out, so Breckenridge is able to put 6 runs on the board using 3 hits and 4 errors. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? the generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
All right. 4 errors in the first inning. Turns into 6 runs for Breckenridge Post 53. And they bat around. Gavin Hoffert ends up grounding out to wrap up the inning in his second at bat of the game. So we'll see if Breckenridge can ride this momentum into their first time into the field. And Jackson Riggs making his season debut for the Legion squad on the hill. Leading it off is Alex Anderson, looking to spark his squad after the rocky start in the top of the first. We got Alex Anderson due up, Dylan Anderson as well, and Landon Johnson. We'll see what Riggs has for his first pitch of the year. And a low one to start it off, ball 1. He's definitely got some pop on the fastball. That's kind of his signature is. This one will go on the inside part of the plate as well. Riggs just wrapped up his junior campaign. And 3 straight balls to open up this one. That one goes outside. Looking to settle in. His battery mate, Paul Armitage. He's been able to split the catcher duties throughout the spring season. And that one will catch the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1 is the count for Alex Anderson. His squad down 6-0 to start this one off on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And that one low and inside for ball 4. So Alex Anderson will take his base. Dylan Anderson will step up to the plate. Breckenridge had only 1 error in the game yesterday. So defense is ready to back Riggs up if they can carry that over to today. The only error was actually an errant pickoff throw. So as far as reacting to what the fielders are giving you, they did a fantastic job last night. 0-1 is the count with first left-handed hitter we've seen for DGF, Dylan Anderson. And now 0-2 is the count. After a strike 2 looking, a man on first. Dylan Anderson. After Riggs gives the runner at first a look. Riggs fires home and the runner is off. Fouled off. Count will remain at 0-2. Jackson Riggs. Look to try to get his first K of the day here potentially. Dylan Anderson. Looking to move over Alex Anderson. 0-2 count. That one misses on the inside. 1-2 is the count. Believe you'll probably hear someone from the dugout yell, "It's a good miss." And Riggs tries the pickoff, and good job getting back from Alex Anderson. 1-2 count. He's got a tough performance to follow up with his first cousin Trey throwing an absolute gem in the first game of the season. That one is outside. Armitage is going to hang on to it as saw Alex Anderson got a pretty nice jump on that one. 2-2 is the count for Dylan Anderson. Man in scoring position. Breckenridge with a 6-0 cushion here in the opening inning. That one is chopped over to third base where Cooper Roberts will make the grab in foul territory. Showing that 6'5" frame there on the length. Sticks the glove out and stabs it. A good at bat there from Dylan Anderson to keep competing, but Landon Johnson is going to step up to the plate. The shortstop. Where's number 17 and has a man in scoring position. Riggs puts one too high for ball 1. 1-0 count. Riggs giving the man on second a couple looks, and this one will get popped up over to the parking lot. Everybody who doesn't have car insurance is very worried right now. Don't be driving your car over here if you don't have car insurance, folks. Come on. So we got a 6-0 Breckenridge advantage here at DGF so far, here in the bottom of the first. DGF has a man in scoring position, though, with Alex Anderson on second after swiping second base. That one too high for ball 2. Landon Johnson going to leave that one upstairs. With the cleanup hitter, Wes Hoover on deck. And that one will hit the inside part of the zone for strike 2. And Landon Johnson did not try a hack at that one. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Riggs delivers the curveball. Fielded by Cooper Roberts, who's looking for his second put out of the inning. And will make the throw over to first, but they're going to leave it at just that. So the 5-3 fielder's choice put out moves the runner over to third. Brings up Wes Hoover, the cleanup man. He's got a man on third to work with. Hoover. Once again has a man on third to work with. Jackson Riggs trying to strand the runner here. Starts off the off speed. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Riggs not concerned about the runner on third. Misses the plate on the outside. 1-1 count. Jackson Riggs delivers the fastball, and it's about as good as pop as we've seen on the fastball now. Swing and a miss, 1-2 count for Wes Hoover. Looking to bring in his man on third. It'd be a good way to get his squad their first hit of the day. And that will be ball 2. Riggs for his first strikeout of the game. And won't get it here as it'll get past the second baseman for an RBI single. Wes Hoover is showing why he's in the cleanup spot. Hammering that one out to right field. So Alex Anderson comes in for the run. And courtesy running is that brings up Kason Berge, and shout out the courtesy runner Camden Altabelli. He'll courtesy run for the catcher Wes Hoover. Gets a well-earned break after bringing in his squad's first run of the day. Better get that update on the scoreboard. Apologies, folks. You guys know me. I tend to fall asleep at the wheel every now and then. Managing that. Just trying to make sure everything else is hopefully running smoothly. Let me know if we're off the air, folks. Shoot me a text. It's Jackson Riggs. Ooh, that's a nasty bend on that one. But does not find the zone. 1-0 is the count. Taking a page out of the Logan Church playbook with that off speed. Speaking of Church, gets a pickoff throw over to first, but not able to get the tag down in time. 6-1 score for Breckenridge in the lead here in the bottom of the first. On your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, Kason Berge. Swing and a miss. It's always fun to see the names that you recognize over the year, Kaysenbergy, as I happen to be president of the Cody Berge fan club. Fun fact. I'm sure Cody Berge is pretty well known around here, I would like to think. Is that one too far outside with the pass ball? Moves Wes Hoover over to second on the wild pitch. 2-1 is the count. Riggs up to 24 pitches already here in this inning. Checks the runner at second. And this one is drilled to left field. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder, where it's going to be hauled in and tossed to home, and the throw is on target but not in time. So an RBI single, and the runner takes second on the throw. Kaysenbergy coming up big for his squad. Brings in Altabelli. And now Tanner Cadwell steps up to the plate. Look at me misreading the roster. DGF cuts the lead to 4 runs here in the opening inning. Riggs has that one too far outside and high. 1-0 is the count. Cadwell. That one inside. Able to get out of the way though. 2-0 is the count. DGF with 2 hits so far. Riggs tries going to that fastball again. Too far outside. 3-0 is the count. Man on second for DGF, who trails 6-2 here in the opening inning. And Riggs fires a strike to keep the at-bat alive. 3-1 is the count. Hitters count for Tanner Cadwell. See how choosy he's going to be here. And that one is fouled off to fill the count. The man on second. And Riggs is about to have as many pitches as Dylan Anderson did to open up this game here. This 31st one right here as it is fouled off. It's a good hang from Cadwell. He's got a man in scoring position. DGF so far taking advantage when they got the guys on the base paths. And Riggs is going to look for the pickoff attempt, but nobody there for him, so he's just going to hang on to it himself. Was looking to connect with Connor Ernst back there from the shortstop position. Instead, he'll continue the at-bat with a full count. And that one will be too high for ball 4. Cadwell takes his base. And Jace Baumgartner steps up to the plate. The DH has men on first and second, and head coach Jack Heidemann going to do a quick chat with Riggs and the squad. Your score is 6-2 as we take a quick break for the mound visit. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back to our broadcast with Breckenridge and DGF. We're in Dilworth, correct, right now? We are in Dilworth right now. I had to double check. Runners on first and second for Jace Baumgartner, the DH, who's going to foul this one off. And I found my courage. I didn't flinch as that one fouled out. 0-1 is the count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Breckenridge with a 6-2 advantage, but Jackson Riggs has now thrown more pitches than Dylan Anderson did when he was on the bump. And a swing and a miss here as Riggs is trying to get his first strikeout here. Taking on Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner trying to show why they got him in that DH spot here. Riggs gets a pitch that he likes with the 0-2. And does not get his man to chase that outside the zone with a fastball. Jace Baumgartner, the 1-2 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Riggs gives the runner a glance and will fire home, but it's going to get past Armitage. Now a 2-2 count after both runners advance on the pass ball. Jace Baumgartner. Runners on second and third. Riggs fires this one inside. Baumgartner did a good job letting it go by. And the tying run is in the on-deck circle. And swing and a miss to wrap up the inning. Breckenridge able to limit the damage to 2 runs here in the bottom of the first, and one of the longer innings you'll see is wrapped up with Breckenridge up 6-2. We'll be back with the second inning. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
And welcome back to Dilworth, Minnesota, where Breckenridge has a 6-2 lead after 1. And right away, Dylan Anderson fires in a strike. And he is, I know that first inning didn't really go his way, but he's found a big fan in this broadcaster and that pitch delivery, big fan. 0-2 is the count. Let's see if Anderson is going to be able to strike out Ernst a second time, as that is the result of his first time through the order. Here in the top of the second. Ernst will swing and miss for his second strikeout of the game. Brings up Cooper Roberts. Roberts singled his first time up and came around for a run. Gonna try to make it back-to-back multi-hit games, and we'll foul this one off. Kind of just stuck the bat out there and fouls that one off. Breckenridge was able to capitalize on 4 errors in the opening inning. So now in the, talk about all the luck they've racked up. Both games, 4 errors in the opening inning for teams that they played against. So Breckenridge has got some good luck here. But granted, you do got to put the ball in play, which is what Cooper Roberts just did right there and got thrown out from third. So a nice 5-3 put out there from Kaysen Berge. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Trey Vogelbacher. 0 for 1. Got on with an error his last time up, but did score a run. This one was the shortstop they got by last time around. We'll see if it's going to end up over there once again. And Vogelbacher continues his theme of being hit by pitches. Was beamed 13 times in the spring season. The next closest Breckenridge batter had 6. So he'll take his base. Brings up Paul Armitage. He's got to shed the catcher's gear. Armitage has a man on first. And Vogelbacher. Anderson gives Vogelbacher a glance. Fires home, and Armitage dribbles this one to the pitcher for the 1-3 putout. So 1 man left on. No hits, no runs, and no errors. 6-2 is your score heading in the bottom of the second. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
All right, after a quick top of the second, we're diving into the bottom of the second with Camden Schreiber getting his first run at the plate. The number 8 hitter is due up along with Luke Kruger, and then we're back to the top of the order with Alex Anderson. Schreiber playing second base for his squad. And Paul Armitage coming back out to get ready to handle the catching duties. And Breckenridge got 1 base runner in the last trip to the plate with Trey Vogelbacher getting beamed, but got stranded over there, so a quick inning. And now Camden Schreiber heading up to the plate.
Second baseman number 2, Camden Schreiber.
Schreiber waiting the Riggs pitch. Jackson Riggs will start off this inning with 38 pitches. And that one will hit the outside corner, the upper part of the strike zone. A 1 count. And that curveball bends in nicely for strike 2 looking. Oh, 2 count. Let's see what Riggs is going with here. Maybe back to the fastball and fouled off by Schreiber to keep the at-bat alive. Paul Armitage and Jackson Riggs. Got it. It's always a luxury when you got 2 guys who can be really solid catchers for your squad. And that one will not be chased outside by Schreiber to make it 1-2. Riggs misses that one high and outside for ball 2. Riggs, as that one ended up beaming the batter. You can tell he was trying to go to that curveball, got away from it a little bit there. Gives Schreiber the base. Luke Kruger stepping up, the number 9 man.
First baseman number 8, Luke Kruger.
He holds it down over at first base, and over at first base is Camden Schreiber trying to get moved over. Breckenridge up 6-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the bottom of the second. All 6 of those runs coming in the first inning. And way too high for Jackson Riggs, who's having a little trouble with the control on the hill so far with 2 walks and a beamed batter so far. And now fastball goes by too low. Man on first. It's Camden Schreiber, and DGF's about to get back to the top of the order. Luke Kruger, a left-handed hitter at the 9 spot. Waiting the Riggs delivery. And runners off to second. Paul Armitage is going to sail the throw. Lawson Alphin's going to pick it up in center field, but the runner's going to take third. So after the stolen base and then E2, we go on that. We go with the catcher on that. So a stolen base and then an error by the catcher will advance the runner to third. That one will catch the outside part of the plate to make it a 3-1 count for Luke Kruger. With a man on third and no outs. If he can drive something to the outfield here, help his squad out greatly. And that will just miss a hair outside for ball 4. As Luke Kruger takes his base, so man in the corners. And we got another mound visit. Head coach Jack Heidemann. Coming in so far, no outs here in the second. And Riggs, we'll see where he's going to be shifting over to. Maybe they're going to be moving him over to first base or bringing Logan Church into pitch potentially, or we shall see. But it looks like, I want to say that's Kappas warming up. I think it's Riley Kappas coming in from right field to warm up. But we'll tell you more about that when we come back. Your score is 6-2 as we swap for the pitching change. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And we got our pitching change. Riley Kappas taking over the duties, and we'll start off by slinging a strike here. Riley Kappas giving the Breckenridge listeners and viewers a taste of the arm strength we're potentially going to see here in the football season. He takes the reins at QB, as this one is going to get hacked down the third base line. 0-2 is the count after that foul ball from top of the order, Alex Anderson. He walked his first time up, came around to score after swiping second base. Breckenridge up 6-2 here in the bottom of the second. This one's going to get popped up. They're looking to get their first out of the inning, and Jackson Riggs is going to come in from right field. And he's begging the man to run from third to home, but he is not going to. So after the pop-up, brings up Dylan Anderson, who popped up to the third baseman his last time up.
Pitcher number 9, Dylan Anderson.
Dylan Anderson to get his first base knock of the day. He's got runners in the corners and one out here in the bottom of the second. Tying run in the on-deck circle as the left-handed hitter Anderson holds off on that one. Cooper Roberts had that nice put out in foul territory to get him in the first inning. Runners on first and third. Kappas delivers home. And runner will score off of a balk. Must have had a pause in there. So, must not have paused. So, balk for Riley Kappas will score one run and advance Luke Kruger into scoring position in the process. So now Dylan Anderson got a man to work with on second. As DGF has cut this deficit in half. Now a 6-3 game here in the bottom of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2-0 count for Dylan Anderson. Kappas has that one go outside and low for ball 3. Man on second. Dylan Anderson likely getting the take sign here. I know we got to see Jacob Nicholson take a hack at a 3-0, so the craziest thing if we saw one here, but that one will find the outside part of the plate for strike one. 3-1 is the count with Dylan Anderson at the dish. This one is popped up. Cooper Roberts going to have a chance to haul it in once again. So Dylan Anderson with some deja vu. Brings up Landon Johnson. Hit into a fielder's choice over to third base his last time up. Right-handed hitter has a man on second. Like to make it a pair of runs here in the second. Riley Kappas delivers and has this one fouled off. Oh, 1 count. Post 397. Struggled in the field in the first inning, but settled into their groove right now. As Paul Armitage is going to stop that one to keep it in front of him. After the low pitch, 1-1 count for number 1-1 on the bump. Kappas checks the runner at second. Fires home, and that one has popped up. Paul Armitage is going to have the best play on it, but, it's going to go off the glove. I think he was being cautious of the fence. Can't blame him. That one went out of your guys' camera view. We don't need to see him fly into the fence like Brecken Anderson did during the spring ball season. Oh, my goodness. That was a wild collision, but he popped right up right after. 1-2 count. Man on second for Landon Johnson. And this one is fouled off. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second. DGF looking for their third hit of the day here. And attacking the off speed. Over to Ernst, who fires it over to first for the out. Landon Johnson grounds out to short, and 1 run scores for DGF. No hits and 1 man left on, and 1 error. Your score is 6-3 heading into the top of the third. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors' price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
And welcome back to Dilworth, where Jackson Riggs taking a little bit of his frustrations on the mound out on the baseball with a single to right to open up this third inning. Jackson Riggs dropping that one down the right field line after only being able to get the 3 outs in that first inning, but had to come out in the second inning. Riley Kappas entered in relief and was able to limit the damage to 1 run. Breckenridge up 6-3 here in the top of the third on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and some nice movement on that off speed. Riley Kappas holds off on it and catches the outside part of the plate. 0-1 is the count. Man on first. And swung on and missed. Riggs is able to get back to first, but a nice throw down there from Wes Hoover. 0-2 count for Riley Kappas. He walked and came around to score his last time up. Man on first once again here with no outs, 0-2 count. And this one is going to be hit over to the shortstop. Very nice turn over to second. Fielder's choice put out. The 6-4.
First baseman number 12, Logan Church.
Logan Church coming up to the plate, got on with an error and came in to score. Riley Kappas now on first base. I don't know if they're going to try to get aggressive on the base paths and move him over. He's got some good speed. And first pitch is ball 1. Here in the top of the third inning, Breckenridge leading 6-3 against DGF Post 397 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Anderson taking out with Logan Church, who's going to swing and a miss on this one. 1-1 is the count. Man on first. And a little check swing there. And umpire's going to say he went. 1-2 count. Checks over to the man on the bases. 1-2 count with a man on first and 1 out. Logan Church, number 8 in the order. Jacob Nicholson on deck. That one outside for ball 2. To even it up at 2-2. Logan Church. Waiting the 2-2 delivery. And Church chops this one over to the second baseman and makes a nice turn for the 4-6 putout, but they're not able to get over to first in time, so back-to-back fielder's choice putouts. So the lead runner is out once again. Brings up Jacob Nicholson. Back-to-back lefty batters. Nicholson got on with an error his first time up. Got stranded at second to wrap up the inning. After Post 53 was able to put 6 runs on the board in the opening frame. Low fastball, 2 below for ball 1. Man on first is Logan Church, one of the better base swipers during the spring campaign. And Jacob Nicholson rips that one down the right field line, but is going to go foul. He's got some great pull on some of these foul balls this year. They just love to see him straighten it out. That's where shows a lot of promise with the pop off the bat, and we'll see if we get it again here as he'll watch that one drop in for strike 2. Nicholson. They 1-2 count and a man on first. And swing and a miss on the off speed to wrap up the inning. 1 man left on, 1 hit, and no errors, no runs. Your score remains 6-3 heading into the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
We got a 6-3 score as we start up the bottom of the 3rd here in Dilworth. And at the plate is the cleanup man for DGF, Wes Huber. So far got a single on the day and played a run with that single, I believe, as well. Should just check on Game Changer, but here I am. As this one is going to go right to the pitcher, and Riley Kappas will fire it over to first for the out. Kason Berge coming up the bat. He also singled his first time up.
Third baseman number 10, Kason Berge.
Berge and Tanner Cadwell also due up here in the inning. They had a productive first trip through the order, looking to keep it rolling at the plate, and this one will hit the outside part of the plate for strike 1 looking. Riley Kappas. Kind of had a strong finish to the spring season. Pitched in some big games. So he makes an 0-2 count after the swing and a miss from Berge. Waiting on a sign that he likes. And that curveball misses outside. And just looking at some of the Breckenridge guys that they have thrown out there to pitch, you know, we had Jackson Riggs to start this one off. Obviously, Trey Vogelbacher, the ace. Logan Church, another guy that pitched a ton of innings in the spring, as this one is fouled off. And then we'll likely see more of Cooper Roberts on the hill this summer, I would like to think. Maybe even some Connor Ernst. I know they don't like to lose him at short, but Someone is fouled off. Or maybe I don't like losing him at short. This could just be me being selfish because I don't watch him play over there. But and then Gabe Armitage was another one that turned into a reliable arm last year, but has been battling some injuries that were still nagging from the football season that kept him out of the entire spring campaign and also a bulk of this summer. I'm not fearing for my life as that one is fouled off. Lands about 15 feet to my left. We'll call it that. 1-2 count. Riley Kappas looking to get his first strikeout since taking over the pitching duties, and this one's going to sail by the chest of Berge. Riley Kappas. The 2-2 pitch. Berge's going to pop this one up. It's going to go to the shortstop, Connor Ernst. Nice reliable glove over there. Squeezes it for the out. Tanner Cadwell got on with a walk. Was stranded at second base his first time through.
Left fielder number 1, Tanner Cadwell.
Breckenridge with a 6-3 advantage. So far out hitting DGF 4-2. But the big number on the scoreboard has been the errors. DGF racking up 4 of them in the opening inning. And Jackson Riggs with the catch in right field for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Riley Kappas and Post 53. We'll head in the top of the 4th with Breckenridge up 6-3. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Cargill is working around the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. Currently hiring for operations technicians starting at $28 an hour, along with $3,000 sign-on bonus. To join the Cargill team, go to careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. That's careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. Equal opportunity employer, including disability veterans. Good luck to the Breckenridge Cowboys in tonight's game.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to Dilworth, Minnesota for the top of the 4th in this American Legion clash between Breckenridge and Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. Breckenridge with a 6-3 lead, got all 6 of those runs in the opening inning. DGF got 2 in the first and another run in the second inning, but just had their first 1-2-3 inning as Riley Kappas is taking over the pitching duties. And Gavin Hoffert at the plate for the 3rd time today. Starts off by getting down 0-1. And this one is going to be fouled off by Hoffert. Singled his first time through the order and then grounded out to the pitcher his second time through, which were in the same inning. Now here he is back at the plate in the top of the 4th and is not going to go chase the off-speed out of there, but not a bad waste there from Dylan Anderson. 1-2 is the count. We'll see if Anderson goes back to that off-speed well. And instead tries a high fastball outside. 2-2 is the count. Gavin Hoffert. Once again, does not chase that outside, and all of a sudden we get a full count. That's what you like to see from your leadoff guy, to be able to battle at the plate. Hoffert waiting the full count pitch, and that one will hit outside for ball 4. He gets on base for the second time today. And Connor Ernst steps up to the plate, looking to find his groove there after striking out on 2 occasions, which is pretty rare for Ernst. I want to say he was almost, as far as the guys who played in almost all the games of the regular season, I feel like he was at the bottom of the list for strikeouts. So Ernst will show bunt here. That's a good way to avoid the strikeout, and it is going to get misfielded by the third baseman. He tries the barehanded grab, but it's going to end up coming back to bite him.
Third baseman number 2, Cooper Roberts.
And E5 gives Gavin Hoffert second base, and Connor Ernst moves over to first. His first time on base today. And Cooper Roberts, looking for his second hit of the day, grounded out to the third baseman. Time up after that. It's got men on first and second. Going to add to this 6-3 lead here in the top of the fourth, and Roberts is going to pop it up to the center fielder. He's going to haul it in with ease, and Hoffert's going to challenge, but good thing he didn't because that got tossed in there in a hurry. Trey Vogelbacher got on with an error and also got hit by a pitch. He'll show you the bruise if you don't believe him, as he has men on first and second with 1 out. Top of the fourth once again. Red Bulls with a 6-3 advantage. Anderson gives a look over to second, and Vogelbacher tries to hang and bang on the off speed, and he'll drop that out in right field. Head coach Jack Heidemann is going to hold Hoffert at third for the bloop single for Vogelbacher to load the bases. Paul Armitage stepping up to the plate with the bases juiced.
Catcher number 16, Paul Armitage.
Armitage already does have 1 single on the day. See if he can take care of business with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Another one low and outside. Got away from Anderson a little bit there. Hoffert on third, Ernst on second, and Vogelbacher on first. That one will hit the outside part of the zone, make it a 1-1 for Paul Armitage, catcher in today's game. Rocking his signature yellow batting gloves. And swing and miss on the off speed there. 1-2 count for Armitage. Dylan Anderson. See what kind of a pitch he settles on with Wes Hoover. And does not get Armitage to chase that outside. Noticing kind of a running theme when the pitcher is kind of heavily favored in the count. They try to go outside and end up kind of sailing it out too many times, but we'll see if that's something they're going to be able to correct as Armitage fouls this one off the handle into the DGF dugout over there. A beautiful day for baseball once again. Cannot overstate that. I cannot understate it. As this is going to go off the handle once again. 2-2 is the count. Head coach Jack Heidemann coming over to check that ball didn't get a piece of Armitage. Looks like he's all good. Top of the fourth inning. Anderson fires home, and Armitage is going to drill this one to left center field. Actually, it's going to be hauled in by the center fielder, but they're going to try to tag up. Gavin Hoffert is going to be able to get home on the RBI sac fly from Armitage. I did that thing where I get locked in on the left fielder thinking he's going to make the play, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's an Adam to the center fielder, but RBI sac fly regardless. Brings in Gavin Hoffert, and Jackson Riggs looking for his second hit of the day. 1 for 2 so far. Dropped that one in right field and flew out to center field, so you got to be thinking this one, next one, you know. I'm leaning toward left. We'll see if he is going to poke one over there as he's got men on first and second to work with. That one sails outside for ball 1. We got Connor Ernst on second base, Trey Vogelbacher on first. After the RBI sac fly from Paul Armitage, it's a 7-3 score. Armitage holds off, Riggs holds off on that one. 2-0 count. I was looking at Paul's stats there for a second there. Got my wires crossed as Anderson checks over to second. Fires home, and Riggs is going to drive this one to center field, where it's going to drop between the center and the right fielder for an RBI single and leave runners in the corners. So Jackson Riggs coming through with the bloop single. Plates a run. Connor Ernst scoring on the fly ball. 2 outs with men in the corners, and Riley Kappas at the dish. He walked and then hit into a fielder's choice his second time through. Men on first and third. Anderson settles on a pitch that he likes from Hoover. And that'll catch the inside part of the plate for strike one, looking for Kappas. Riley Kappas has 2 men on. Had a 2-run single yesterday. And this time is going to be a pop-up. Second baseman's got the play on it, and he'll haul it in for the out. So, 2 men left on, 2-run score, and 1 error. Your score is 8-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network. Will be back in 1 minute.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Breckenridge was able to put 2 on the board in the top of the 4th to increase their lead to 5 runs. We got an 8-3 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge was able to get 2 of their 6 hits there in the start of this inning. Riley Kappas with a first pitch strike. Throw back to the pitcher, not on target, so we'll track that down. Only 1 error in the field from Breckenridge today, so we won't hold that one against them. Swung on and miss from Kappas. Kappas. Look to take him himself here with the 0-2 count. And that one is driven to right field. Jackson Riggs has the play on it and hauls it in for the out. All of a sudden it gets really busy when Jackson goes out to right field. Hauls it in for the out. Jace Baumgartner, the fly out. Cam Schreiber coming up to bat. Schreiber got on by wearing a pitch and then scored on a balk. So pretty adventurous trip around the bags. And then one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Then Riley Kappas gets another first pitch strike to start off the at-bat. Kappas and Paul Armitage go with a curveball on this one, and that had a ton of drop on that one, but didn't drop far enough. 1-1 is the count. Here with one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. And this one is fouled off by Schreiber. 1-2 count with one out in the bottom of the fourth. And DGF at their eight hitter in the lineup. They went 1-2-3 in the third inning. Are going to try to avoid doing that again here in the fourth. 2 pop-ups and a ground out to the pitcher in the third inning. And now that one will get rung up looking on the outside edge of the plate. Camden Schreiber goes down without swinging, and second strikeout of the day for DGF. And brings up Luke Kruger. Kruger got on with a walk his first time through the order. Now going to try to avoid this being a 1-2-3 inning. He'll hack this one right at the shortstop, and Connor Ernst does what Connor Ernst does for the 6-3 putout. So back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. We'll head into the top of the fifth with Breckenridge leading 8-3. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back with Logan Church at the dish after back-to-back 1-2-3 innings from post 397. Logan Church leading off the top of the fifth. Watches a first pitch strike go by. Breckenridge at the 8-9 spot, or 8-9 top in the order, with a 5-run cushion here in Dilworth. Ooh, that bit of a sidewinder there, goes way outside 1-1. Anderson up to 76 pitches on the day. And this one is going to be an atom ball right to his glove. Logan Church lines that right back to the pitcher. Very nice grab there from Anderson. Nothing to do but tip your hat to that.
Hitter number 5, Jacob Nicholson.
Brings up Jacob Nicholson. Got on with an error and struck out so far in his first 2 plate appearances. And I'm told that they're looking to try to save some pitches for Dylan Anderson. So it looks like they're going to pull him with 77 so far. They wanted to keep him under 80 so they could get him in a couple days, I believe. So they're going to talk it over at least. See if a pitching change is also coming. And I never know. I always question what real strategy is being discussed out there after Kevin Heidemann told me a story about him going out there and saying, does anyone have any good stories? I'm just trying to give my pitcher a good break here. Doesn't look like that's the case here. Looks like we got some actual shifting around potentially. And all right, we do have a pitching change. Is that number 2? All right. So taking over the pitching duties is going to be Camden Schreiber. We'll let him warm up. And you are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love.
And welcome back as we got a pitching change, and Jacob Nicholson trying to lay down a bunt, but did not catch the defense slipping. 1-3 put out. And once again, taking over the pitching duties, Cam Schreiber, saying this is pretty easy after that first pitch and out. Gavin Hoffert, so far on the day, is 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. He'll take a hack at this first one and not make contact. 0-1 is the count. Gavin Hoffert with 2 outs. And that one will hit the outside edge of the plate for 0-2. And Hoffert waiting the 0-2 delivery. And swung on and missed on the outside part of the plate for strike 3. That'll do it for the 5th inning. Another 1-2-3 inning. The defenses have settled in here. We'll head into the bottom of the 5th with Breckenridge leading 8-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
And welcome back to Dilworth, Minnesota. We're discussing some Heart Lake snacks. I'm a big fan of the Holly Taco in a Bag. I think that's a dark horse for the HOL, but the turkey sandwiches for Pelican Rapids, that's the gold standard. 1-0 is the count. Brats at Breckenridge games, those are always outstanding. 1-0 count. But I say malts are kind of the Breckenridge staple, as this one is singled over to left field. And then it's going to get misfielded by the outfielder. So it's going to go way back there. So a single is going to get stretched into 3. taking care of business is Alex Anderson. And then the E7 advances him over to third base. So it turns into a stand-up triple, essentially. But second error of the day for Post 53. At the plate is Dylan Anderson, who's popped up to the third baseman twice in this ball game. And this one is going to be driven to center field. Lawson Oliphant has the play on it, and he's going to have to lay out for it. Is not able to make the grab. Throws it over to second base, and it's in time, but the tag is not in time. That was a zip from Oliphant. Nice recovery there to try to get the man at second, but we got an RBI double for Dylan Anderson. So DGF puts another run on the board to make it 8-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
How about your shortstop, number 17, Landon Johnson?
So man on second with no outs in the bottom of the fifth. 8-4 Breckenridge lead after they got 2 runs here in the beginning of this, or in the fourth inning, apologies. Landon Johnson hit into a fielder's choice and then grounded out to the shortstop. With a man on second. 1-0 is the count after Riley Kappas' first pitch. He's going to look to try to settle down here. After a pair of 1-2-3 innings, and now DGF has woke up their bats. This one is fouled off. 1-1 count for Landon Johnson. He's 0 for 2 on the day. See if he can bring in his man from second base. Lawson Oliphant's going to have another play on it in right field, and he's going to haul it in. Throw it back in. So Landon Johnson flies out to center, but is able to move Dylan Anderson over to third base. Brings up Wes Hoover, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Got a man on third base. Is Dylan Anderson. Wes Hoover looking to get his second base knock of the day. And this one, he'll hammer it over. Oh, that took a wild hop. Hopper might have took that one in a bad spot there. That's tough. That was a wicked hop. I'm inclined to go with a single on that one too. That's impossible to field that. So Wes Hoover gets the RBI single. And we'll hope Hofford's all right. That took a wild hop. That cuts the lead to 3. Let's see if Hoffer can shake that one off. That is why they kept me out of the infield. Not the best reaction time. That would have been every single time if that was me. But I didn't exactly thrive in the outfield either because I had bad eyes, so not my sport. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And popping this one up to right field. Jackson Riggs is going to have to get on his horse. He's going to go over his head. A double to the fence. Oh, he's going to try to gun him out from right field. And what a throw from Jackson Riggs. Just a gun from the right field fence. So it was a single from Kaysen Berge, but then out on the throw. Leaves Hoover on third. What a dart. Don't see that very often. That was a heck of a toss. Brings up Tanner Cadwell, who walked and flew out to right field. That one on the outside part of the plate for strike one looking. 8-5 Breckenridge lead. Man on third for DGF. And that one, kind of a similar spot to the last pitch, but just a hair further outside. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs. And looks like Kappas had the off-speed kind of get away from him on that one, and goes too high past the DGF batter. 2-1 is the count for Tanner Cadwell. Man on third, Kappas delivers home, and that one is hard to center, where it's going to drop in front of Lawson Oliphant for an RBI single. DGF waking up those bats once again. Cadwell will occupy first base. We got a 2-run ball game, folks.
Designated hitter number 16, Chase Baumgartner.
Brings up Chase Baumgartner. Struck out his first time through the order and then flew out to right field. As DGF has 5 hits here in this inning alone. First pitch inside for ball 1. Baumgartner has a man on first. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. This one driven to left field, where it is going to be hauled in for the out by Trey Vogelbacher. DGF puts 3 runs on the board using 5 hits and taking advantage of 1 error. Your score is 8-6 with Breckenridge in the lead. Heading into the top of the 6th, you are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Top of the 6th inning coming your way. Due up for Breckenridge. Connor Ernst, Cooper Roberts, and Trey Vogelbacher. Connor Ernst so far is 0 for 3. Got on with an error after laying down a bunt. He struck out his first 2 times up, so was trying to manufacture some luck and helped himself out. This time he'll just get an old-fashioned single to left. Connor Ernst trying to answer after post 397, was able to get a trio of runs in the bottom of the 5th to cut into this lead. Now 8-6, Breckenridge still in the lead, but DGF is on the hunt as Roberts 1 for 3 so far on the day. And will hack at the upstairs fastball. That's one he's going to want to forget about, as Roberts grounded out to the third baseman and flew out to center field his last 2 times up after getting that single in the first inning. And getting back to first base is Connor Ernst. Roberts with no outs here, and this one is going to be fouled off. 0-2 count for Cooper Roberts. Man on first is Connor Ernst. And the cleanup hitter, Trey Vogelbacher, on deck. And that one upstairs once again is fouled off by Roberts. I know it looks even higher in the zone when you factor in that Roberts is 6'5", so when it's high for him and he's still taking hacks at it. And Roberts has a man on first once again, Connor Ernst, being a good leadoff man for the inning. That one outside from Camden Schreiber. Schreiber came in relief last inning. 1-2 count for Cooper Roberts. Looking for his second hit of the day And he'll chop this one to the first baseman. And the first baseman is going to make the play over to the pitcher for the out at first. 3-1 put out. Does move the runner over to second, though. Brings up Trey Vogelbacher.
Number 3, left fielder Trey Vogelbacher.
Vogelbacher's done a little bit of everything today. He's got a single. He's got hit by a pitch. Got on with an error. Scored a run. We'll see what he can do with a man in scoring position. Vogelbacher. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard fouled off to start off the at-bat. Camden Schreiber looking to make it as quick of an inning as he can. After letting the leadoff man get on, but see if he can help his squad out here with a matchup with Vogelbacher. 0-1 is the count. That curveball is too high for a 1-1 count. Vogelbacher with Paul Armitage on deck. Schreiber delivers home and gets Vogelbacher to hack at the fastball, but isn't able to find his mark. 1-2 count for Vogelbacher. Man on second. Breckenridge with an 8-6 advantage here in the top of the 6th. Schreiber delivers home, and it is ripped right to the shortstop. It's going to take the 6-3 put out. And once again, Ernst moves over a base. So a couple ground outs have been beneficial for him. And brings up Paul Armitage. Armitage scored a run after getting on with an error and has an RBI sac fly. Otherwise, a ground out to the pitcher. So obviously with 2 outs, that sac fly is not going to be repeated here in the 6th. But he does have a man on third to work with. Schreiber going to try to strand him there. Goes with the off speed to start it off and finds a nice spot at the outside part of the plate. Schreiber fires the 0-1 pitch, and that one high and outside. Paul Armitage. Now the 1-1 count. That one too low and in the dirt. 2-1 is the count for number 16, Armitage. We got one Breck Grad at the plate and another one. Oh, my apologies. Trey Vogelbacher just went through. Almost said he was on third, but Armitage will foul this one off. For guys who had just finished up their senior year, we got Trey Vogelbacher, Paul Armitage, as well as Logan Church and Jacob Nicholson. I didn't ask how many of them are young enough where maybe we'll see them again next year for Legion, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Don't want to wish time away. 2-2 is the count for Paul Armitage. And that curveball doesn't miss by much. It's a nice drop there, but need to drop a little more, they're saying. Full count with a man on third. Paul Armitage already has one RBI hit today. Or my apologies. Has one hit and an RBI as well, and now he's going to strike out looking. So, one man left on, one hit and no runs and no errors. Your score remains 8-6 heading in the bottom of the 6th. You were listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors' price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
And we are back for the bottom of the 6th. Breckenridge left one man on their last time through. They have an 8-6 lead here to start off the bottom of the 6th. Post 397 has limited Breckenridge to 2 runs after that first inning they're going to want to forget, where the errors piled up and Breckenridge was able to get half a dozen runs on the board, and DGF's got 6 runs of their own since then. Kind of get a couple here, 1 there, 3 in the last inning, so they got the momentum going the right way. Breckenridge still has Riley Kappas on the bump. Start off the bottom of the 6th, due up for Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton. We got Camden Schreiber, Luke Kruger, and then top of the order, Alex Anderson.
Pitcher number 2, Camden Schreiber.
Schreiber got beamed and came around to score and then also struck out. So see if he can get his first base knock of the day. Swing and a miss to start off the at-bat. Riley Kappa's doing a good job of helping himself out, get started with some first pitch strikes here. This one fouled off. No, 0-2 is the count. And Breckenridge's defense was humming along nicely. Had 1, 2, 3 innings in the 3rd and the 4th, and then DGF's bats exploded for 5 hits and 3 runs in the 5th inning. We'll see which version of DGF we get at the plate this time around, as that one misses the outside part of the plate for ball 1. 1-2 count. Riley Kappas pitches to Camden Schreiber. That off speed is driven to right field, where Jackson Riggs will make the grab. Sometimes he makes it look too easy out there. Hauls it in. And Luke Kruger got on with a walk and then grounded out to short in his 2 plate appearances. Left-handed hitter. No base runners to work with right now in the bottom of the 6th. This game is in Dilworth, so post 397, the home team, of course. First pitch outside for ball 1. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Kappas delivers the right-handed pitch, and we got another one driven to right field. Jackson Riggs having a busy day since he's moved out here. We'll haul in another one in foul territory. I got him for 4 putouts out there in right field today. Busy day. Back-to-back right there. We'll see if Alex Anderson's going to drive this one out to right field as well.
Number 5, Alex Anderson.
So far on the day, he has a single, a walk, and then flew out to right field. Did you guess it? I think that was before Riggs went over there. No, that was right when he moved over there, I guess. So he's got 5 putouts in right field. Yeah, that might have. I thought that grazed him a little bit there, but just barely missed him there with an inside curveball. Alex Anderson, the 1-0 count, and he'll drive this one. Oh my goodness! What a stab from Cooper Roberts. I am so sorry that was out of your guys' camera view there, folks, because that was a stab from the glove from Cooper Roberts there. Just stuck it out there and timed it perfectly to snatch it, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. We head into the final inning with Breckenridge up 8-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
And welcome back. Top of the 7th coming your way. After that gem from Cooper Roberts there to snag the line drive over at third base for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning. Riley Kappas and company making quick work of DGF. And now Breckenridge has Jackson Riggs at the dish. Riggs so far on the day had an RBI base knock his last time up. And before that had another single and flew out to center field. So 2 for 3 on the day. And now an 0-2 count to work with here to start up the top of the 7th. He's also been really busy in right field. Better throw that in there too. That curveball is going to miss just a hair inside. 1-2 is the count. We'll see if Schreiber goes back to that inside curveball, and Riggs is going to hack it over to the third baseman. Makes a nice toss over to first for the 5-3 put out. Riley Kappas got on base with a fielder's choice. Also popped up to the second baseman and got a walk that led to him scoring a run. Top of the 7th, 1 out and nobody on. Camden Schreiber's pitch outside for ball 1. Breckenridge with an 8-6 advantage. Both teams with 7 hits. DGF's 5 errors to Breckenridge's 2 have been crucial, though, as that one catches the outside part of the plate. Count is 1-1 for number 1-1 at the plate, Riley Kappas. He'll swing and miss on this high fastball. 1-2 count. Looking to give his squad a base runner to work with and try to tack on maybe another insurance run. They lead 8-6 here in the top of the 7th, and that was a beautiful bender out to the outside part of the plate. Riley Kappas goes down looking, but gotta credit a beautiful pitch when you see it. That was a beaut. Logan Church stepping up to the plate, got on with an error his first time up, hit into fielder's choice, and then popped up to the pitcher. So looking to get it going in the 8th spot after 3 RBIs last night. In the number 8 spot in the order, watches that one go outside for a 1-0 count. And this one's going to get fouled out of play. And I believe might have another pitching change coming. Trying to keep it at 30 pitches potentially. It looks that way. Otherwise, it seems like kind of an abrupt pull, but when you factor in all the pitchers that you're going to need for a busy week, kind of makes sense. Yeah, they're going to talk it over. We'll see what pitcher they're going to be calling in. I believe someone was warming up in the bullpen potentially. I just saw some guys come back from there, but. All right. So we got a shuffling all over the place, and we'll have a pitching change here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Got to love those pitch counts, folks. So we'll warm up the next pitcher for Post 397. All right. We'll let this pitcher warm up, and when we come back, we'll start this at bat with 1-1 in at the count and 2 outs. The top of the 7th. Breckenridge up 8-6. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725. Cargill is working around the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. Currently hiring for operations technicians starting at $28 an hour, along with $3,000 sign-on bonus. To join the Cargill team, go to careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. That's careers.cargill.com/Wahpeton-ND. Equal opportunity employer, including disability veterans. Good luck to the Breckenridge Cowboys in tonight's game.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
All right, and got another pitching change for DGF. I get it. You got to manage all the arms for a busy week of baseball. So we got our third DGF pitcher of the day, another righty coming in, and that is number 5, Alex Anderson. 2-1 count for Logan Church. Church will, watch that one go inside for ball 3. 3-1 count for the lefty first baseman. And that one will go outside for ball 4. Logan Church will take his base. First walk of the day for him. And Jacob Nicholson steps up to the plate with a strikeout, a ground out, and also got on with an error in the opening inning. And they're actually going to call on another Breckenridge batter to take care of the hitting duties. Jackson Lopez. Jackson Lopez, we already got to see him dazzle as a courtesy runner. Got caught into a rundown over on the third baseline and managed to score, so he knew what he was doing. We'll pinch hit for Nicholson. And runners off to second. Logan Church going to get dirty and slide in head first for the stolen base. One of the team's leading base stealers during the spring campaign. Jackson Lopez had a breakout season with the Blades hockey team, and will drive this one to center field, and the diving catch is not made. So Lopez is able to advance to second. So a double in the pinch hit spot. An RBI double, mind you. We got to make sure that center fielder is all right. He really laid his body on the line there. And I'm not sure who shifted over to center field after Anderson came into pitch. Tanner Cadwell. Credit to him for trying to make that grab out in center field. Better man than me. He's a better teammate than me, that's for sure. I'd be like, sorry, boys. It's not happening today. That one is fouled off by Gavin Hoffert. Hoffert's got a single and a walk so far today. That struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. So 1 for 3 thus far. Also with a pair of runs scored. And we got a balk with a man on second. So that will move Lopez over. And that Fastball maybe a little low. Gavin Hoffert has a man on third, trying to give his squad one more insurance run potentially as they lead 9-6. Nice night for baseball. Now a 2-1 count after that ball. Man on third. And swung on a miss to even it up at 2-2 for Gavin Hoffert. Get a look to plate Jackson Lopez for his second run of the day. And swung on a miss. Outside pitch, so one man left on, and 1 run scores off of 1 hit and no errors. Your score is 9-6 heading into the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Post 53 Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back to Dilworth, Minnesota. DGF needs 4 runs to win this game, 3 to keep it alive. And stepping up to the batter's box is Dylan Anderson. Anderson had his bat wake up along with everybody else in the 5th inning when he had a big double for his squad. And eventually came around to score as well. Riley Kappas going to try to get 3 more outs to close out this victory. A 1 count. After the foul ball, DGF entered this game 2-0. Breckenridge 1-0 in Legion play. Riley Kappas fires in another strike on the inside part of the zone. 0-2 advantage for Kappas, who has struck out 1 batter so far. Oh, 2 count. And Anderson pops this one up, and we'll see if Cooper Roberts can get him a 3rd time. Instead, it's going to go off of the dugout and out of play. Starting to have flashbacks there. Roberts was heading over to 3rd. 0-2 count for number 9, Dylan Anderson. Looking to get hits in back-to-back plate appearances. This one is kind of chopped off the handle. And Connor Ernst has a tough time fielding it and is not able to make the throw over to 1st. All right. I'm going to go with what the scoreboard goes with here. We going E6 on that one? Yeah, if you take a step back, you can field that cleanly, I think. So probably go E6 on that.
Shortstop number 17, Landon Johnson.
So DGF gets their first base runner of the final inning. And Riley Kappas. This is that one a little low for Landon Johnson. Johnson 0 for 3 on the day. That means he is due. And due to get hit by a pitch, evidently. Well, I thought he was. Must have missed him. 2-0 count. Man on first. And now 3-0. Look at that high one. Breckenridge once again needing to get 3 outs before they give up 3 runs. We'll see if Riley Kappas is going to be the man to do it on the hill. He's going to answer there to fire one down the chute. 3-1 is the count. Riley Kappas waiting for Landon Johnson to step back in. Love to help himself out here by forcing a ground or a double play ball, but instead it's going to be a walk. Men on first and second with Wes Hoover coming up to the plate. Hoover 2 for 3 on the day. Pair of singles, has scored both times he's gotten on as well. And looks like we got potentially, maybe just one more pitching change for this game, but we have a pitching change regardless. Riley Kappas heading out of here, and who's still got some pitches left from yesterday potentially, if that's who they're going with, could be Trey Vogelbacher. Actually, I think they're going to be moving Vogelbacher over to first, maybe. Or no, they are bringing him in to pitch, it looks like. Once again, he was kept under 70 pitches yesterday, so he's still got enough to close it out in theory. But no, instead they're going with Logan Church and bringing Trey Vogelbacher over to first base. There we go. I will say of my my baseball coverage, that is probably the area I need to improve on the most. You guys can disagree with that, I'm sure. A lot of other things I need to fix up. But Logan Church is going to try to get these final 3 outs for Breckenridge Post 53. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM. We'll be right back.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
And welcome back. We got another pitching change for you folks with Breckenridge leading 9-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Logan Church will be tasked with getting the final 3 outs. DGF has the tying run at the plate with men on first and second and no outs once again. Logan Church looking to come in and get the save. The lefty drops in a nice little 2-seam right there for strike one looking. Definitely a change of pace for these hitters. Going from Riggs to Kappas, now to Church, 3 completely different pitchers. And this one is going to get hacked to right field. Oh, and it's going to get misfielded by Riggs in right field. That'll score 1 run. And they're going to send another one in as well. And then they're going to run over to third. He's going to end up getting all the way to third, the tying run. All the way to third base after the hit and then the error in right field. Tying run is now on third base. Breckenridge playing some clean baseball for a bulk of the game. Now have 2 errors here. They entered the inning with 2 errors. So the 9-8 is your score. Breckenridge needs to get 3 outs and strand this runner on third. Logan Church squaring off with Kason Berge. It's 2 for 3 on the day. Berge watches strike one. Find the outside part of the plate. A 1 count. Church fires the pitch, and it is bunted, where he'll haul it in, check the runner at third, fire home, and now they're going to have to get it home in time, and they will not. They take the out at first, but the runner scores from third to tie it up. So Kason Berge grounds out, but a run scores on the sac bunt. And now the game-winning run is at the plate with 1 out. After the sacrifice bunt, we have Tanner Cadwell, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Fouls off his first pitch as we got a tie ball game. 9-9 here in the bottom of the 7th. And the game-winning run is at the plate. Tanner Cadwell. If DGF can keep the momentum rolling. That one outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Logan Church, the third Breckenridge pitcher in this ball game. Another one outside. Make it a 2-1 count for Tanner Cadwell. Breckenridge, who led 6-0 after the top of the first. Now at risk of losing a heartbreaker. 3-1 is the count with 1 out. And Tanner Cadwell thinking walk or knock. Church fires the pitch inside for ball 4. And the game-winning run is on first base with 1 out. Jace Baumgartner. So far 0 for 3 on the day. It looks like they're going to go with a pinch hitter. Stepping up is number 31, Xander Deutsch. As Jace Baumgartner struggled at the plate, so going to look to call on the reserves. See if Xander Deutsch can make something happen in his first trip to the plate. Baumgartner will step out of here. We got a lefty hitter. So lefty versus lefty. Logan Church got his eyes firmly on the man on first base, and that one just misses a hair outside. Trying to catch that corner of the plate. Logan Church. How's that one go? Outside and low. The runner's off to second, and they got the play in time. Oh, they're going to say safe as the ball ended up going out of the hands of the Breckenridge infielder. So Tanner Cadwell playing with fire a little bit there, but swiped second. And now the game-winning run is on second base. Xander Deutsch going to come through for his squad, and he is going to pepper this one down the right field line. And the runner fell at second, so it might be a closer play than we thought, as Riggs is going to try to toss it in, and it is going to be the game-winning run. DGF on a walk-off. 10-9 the final. Breckenridge falls in a heartbreaker. And DGF remains unbeaten at 3-0. We'll take a quick break before we come back with your Miller Realty post-game show. You've been listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the i3G Sports Network.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Your final score, 10-9. DGF Post 397 coming away with the victory over Breckenridge Post 53. Breckenridge had a 3-run advantage heading into the final inning, and DGF woke up with 4 runs here to win on a walk-off. A walk-off hit from Deutsch. Better double-check that first name. I mean, you got the game-winning hit. I better get your name right. Xander Deutsch with the walk-off single, or double they gave him to score the game-winning run. So Breckenridge will run through the box score for you. Post 53 struck first with 6 runs in the opening inning, as DGF had 4 of their 5 errors in that inning. And DGF chipped away at it, cut the lead down to 3. It was 6-3 when Breckenridge put 2 more on the board in the 4th inning. Looked like they had an 8-3 cushion, and just like that, DGF cuts into it 3 runs of their own. Breckenridge tags on an insurance run, had a 9-6 advantage, and DGF said not so fast and came through with 4 runs in the final inning. And Breckenridge falling in this one 10-9. We'll run through the stat report, the State Farm stat report. We'll start off with DGF. They had that Deutsch double. That was their only extra base hit on the day, but picking up multiple hits in the victory. They got 2 hits apiece from Wes Hoover and Kaysen Berge. Each of them both had 2 RBIs as well. 1 hit and 1 RBI apiece from Deutsch and Cadwell. That's Tanner Cadwell, mind you. Alex Anderson and Dylan Anderson, each with a hit and 2 runs scored. By the way, Hoover scored 3 runs today, so he was really doing some damage offensively. And then Jackson Riggs, Riley Kappas, Logan Church all split the pitching duties for today. We'll loop back to that. We'll run through the hitting first for you. Oh, by the way, I better get you the DGF pitching numbers, as Dylan Anderson started on the bump, went the first 4 1/3, gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, only 2 of those runs being earned. Once again, that error fest in the first inning resulting in 6 unearned runs, and then 2 walks, 3 strikeouts on the day. Cam Schreiber came in and held Breckenridge to 1 hit, did have 3 strikeouts as well. And then the final out, because they were trying to save Schreiber's pitch count, they brought in Alex Anderson to get the final out. Had 1 hit, 1 run, that 1 run being earned, and 1 walk and 1 strikeout in his 3rd of an inning pitching. And then for Breckenridge on their stat side of the stat report, Gavin Hofford had a hit and 2 runs scored, struck out twice with a walk, and then Connor Ernst also struck out twice. He had a hit, or 2 hits and a run. Cooper Roberts, 1 hit and 1 run on the day. Trey Volgebacher, same with him in 3 plate appearances. 2 RBIs for Paul Armitage with a hit and a strikeout in a 1 for 4 showing. Jackson Riggs had 2 hits and an RBI. Riley Kappas had a run scored in an 0 for 3 day with a walk and a strikeout. Logan Church scored 2 runs in an 0 for 3 day and also got on with a walk. Jacob Nicholson struck out once and was 0 for 3 on the day, got on with an error at 1 point. And then Jackson Lopez had an RBI double in the victory. So funny enough, both of the doubles that were hit in this game were by pinch hitters. Jackson Lopez and then obviously the Xander Deutsch RBI double to win the game. So that's kind of just a fun little coincidence there. But 10-9 was the final once again. And we'll run through the pitching for you if I didn't already hit on that. But we had Jackson Riggs, who started the game, gave up 3 runs and 2 hits. 2 of those 3 runs being earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. Also beamed a batter, and then coming in relief for 5 innings was Riley Kappas. Gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them being earned, a walk and a strikeout, and then Logan Church came in for the final third inning of work where he gave up 2 hits and a pair of runs, both of those being earned and a walk as well. So that was the Breckenridge pitching staff for today. As they fall 10-9 once again. We'll take a very quick break. That was a look at your State Farm Stat Report once again. We'll loop back with your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health. You're listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM. It's time for your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. And I was just actually telling my colleague Robert Wannick about this because I couldn't help but pick this one, as Jackson Riggs absolutely gunned a man out from right field, actually to the right field fence, and tossed it over to second base for the putout. One of the better launches I've seen for a putout. That was super fun. But that would be my pick for play of the game. And you know what? We're going to stick with him. I know he probably got tagged with a loss here on the mound, but you know what? I have never seen a right fielder haul in so many fly balls in one day. I think I had him down for like 5 putouts over in right field. And also had an RBI hit during the day. So I know probably going to get tagged with a loss here on the hill, but Jackson Riggs is my pick for play of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you once again. And also he is my pick for the play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency with that snipe from right field. But Breckenridge falling in a heartbreaker after getting 6 runs in the opening inning. Final score, they fall to DGF Post 397, 10-9. It's going to be fun when these two teams can potentially link up again down the road here. I'm not 100%. I haven't looked at their schedule to see if they got another regular season matchup in Breckenridge, but either way, hopefully we'll be there covering it, and make sure to follow all the other games we're going to be broadcasting. Thought I was going to have one tomorrow on the broadcast calendar, but realized Parker's Prairie is still actually in their spring ball season, so that ain't happening. But your final score, once again, DGF Post 397-10, Breckenridge Post 53-9. You've been listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network. You have a fantastic night, folks.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.